Good afternoon, Sir Des. I'm Lola Gloves from 1F, Arch 1F. In the topics we discuss in NSTP that stand for National Service Training Program, I choose the topic about peace education because I learn a lot of it, especially handling myself emotion and other people's emotion, especially in critical situation. In our previous report, under the peace education topic, we also share about the two different kind of peace. There are positive peace and negative peace. The positive peace is presence of condition of well-being and just relationship, social, economic, political, ecological, structural violence, example of poverty, hunger, sociocultural violence is example of racism, sexism, religious intolerance, ecological violence is example of pollution, overconsumption, and the negative piece is an absence of direct physical violence, both macro and micro. Direct violence, example of war, crimes, terrorism, human rights violation, sexual violence like rape. Activities aimed at the promoting peace education assist people um, develop the information, abilities, and attitude necessary to prevent conflict, settle it peacefully, or foster a peaceful society. Peace education is based on the fundamental principles of social justice and non-violence values like trust, freedom, and respect for human rights are examples of how non-violence is demonstrated. The values of solidarity, responsibility, and equality help to realize social justice. Part of learning peace education is you should need and understand knowledge, skills, attitude, and etc. In order to promulgate peace. Education in knowledge is include non-violence methods for resolving conflicts, democracy, disarmament, equality for women and men, respect for human rights, stewardship of the environment, knowledge of history, communication abilities, and tolerance for diversity on global scale. In scales, the goals of character and peace education are to assist students in learning and putting into practice quality or skills like compassion, empathy, responsibility, commitment, respect, courage, perseverance, trust, honesty, cooperation, integrity, kindness, tolerance, gratitude, diligence, justice, wisdom, self-discipline, and love, and attitude activity aimed at promoting peace education, assist people the information, abilities, and attitude necessary to prevent conflict, um, settle it peacefully, or foster a peaceful society. Peace education is based on the fundamental principles of social justice and non-violence. Peace education fosters a culture of peace and may provide learners with opportunities to comprehend the country's economic, um, political, and social-cultural situation. It serves a vital backbone for saving lives, allocating scarce resources to social needs, and avoiding armed conflict and violence, teaching peace as an ethical imperative that saves lives. Peace, freedom from disturbance, tranquility, you can rest while away an hour or two in peace, and seclusional state or period in which there is no war or a war has ended. The straight were to be open to worship in time of peace education, the process of receiving or giving systematic instruction, especially at school or university, and enlightening experiences. Involvement in situation can help you what to do next time when it happens again. Awareness of what may happen for such action you make give a big rule to maintain peace. Program for peace education worldwide cover a wide range of topics in order to realize these goals. These include nonviolence, method for resolving conflict, democracy, disarmament, equality for women and men, respect for human rights, stewardship of the environment, knowledge of history, communication, abilities, and tolerance for diversity on global scale. There is direct connection between peace building an education for peace. Education is one of the main tenet of the UN's effort to promote world peace. It is crucial that attitude against war and violence are changed and translated into long-term behavioral change that seeks out alternative to armed conflict for peace-building project to stay sustainable. Peace extends to include agreement and harmony between individuals at the broadcast level. Maintaining peace is avoiding hostilities or war. Our quality of life and structures of our society depend on peace, and as our weapons grow more potent, so does our ability to survive as a species on this planet. The reason why we learn, understand, and share the knowledge about peace education because of a common problem we are facing right now, like Raleigh and PA murder, betrayals, and many more, like the battles in Marawi. A lot of innocent people were killed. A lot of our soldiers were killed because of the lack of peace. Can you imagine how violence and anger work? It destroys the whole town of Marawi because none of the both parties surrender, no matter how many lives were taken, just to know who wins. Communities must be made aware of alternative to using force or violent measures to resolve disputes. One method of reaching this goal is through peace education, which directly increases understanding of the causes and origin of violence. Peace also needs obedient attitude, or we should know how to obey, especially rules in a specific place or space, because if you won't follow the rules, it will lead you to accident, and accident leads to anger, and anger leads to violence. An example of rape: you shall not rape. We shall not rape, especially to those who's weaker than us. Like what happened in India. A man raped a girl, and that little girl has a brother who felt angry and hurt and rage that led him to kill the man who raped her little sister. Promoting peace education had a different category of respect: the respect of itself, the respect of life, gender equality, and many more. Respect is a big rule learned in peace, because if you can't respect your own self, you can't also respect other. You won't feel humiliated, even an unbelievable doing, if you don't respect yourself enough to care about yourself being tainted of bad doings. Fundamentally, the purpose of peace education is to encourage a culture of peace in opposition to a culture of violence. It questions the notion that violence is a natural part of being human and aims to provide pupils the skills they need to handle difficulties peacefully. Sharing or teaching education is the most important thing about making peace education, because for me, the one who don't care is the worst. Thank you.